Howdy, my name is Oatmeal, and this is our Let's Play of EU4 Connath. As Connath, I listened to pronunciation of an Irishman saying it, did the best I could. We are still the papal controller, which means that we can hire a free military leader. The thing is, we don't really need another military leader, and we could quite easily lose the papacy, the papal controller seat, because both of our cardinals are quite old. They'll probably die simultaneously, and unless we get both of the cardinals back in simultaneously, France will take it. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like that. As far as the other things that we were using, we're not using the 3 diplomats. All in all, when we needed to have multiple military leaders, we had the controller, so we don't need it anymore. We don't have it anymore. It's not so bad. Where we left off, we'd moved our capital here to near Panama, because I was too much of a risk adverse to put it in Panama. Even though I do believe that right here is where the line between North and South America is, I was just a little afraid it was right there. You know, Panama's always been that kind of where is the line, but I think it probably was right there. Doesn't really matter. We're in a very good position now. We'll get Panama and this province and these provinces eventually. Right now, the priority, though, is to get, like, this island and this island so that we don't share islands with someone. But we'll get those once we can get, like, all 3 simultaneously, because we really don't want to border with Spain. We don't mind a border with Portugal. We don't mind a border with Great Britain. We already have a border with Great Britain. The reason that I'm not going to sell this province is that it's what's allowing me to have an alliance with France. If I sell this province, then my distance between borders with France skyrockets. And then I don't have an alliance with France anymore. So, while it is potentially going to get me in trouble with England, it's giving me an alliance with France. And right now, it's also giving me the alliance with Spain, because Spain's right over here. And it's also what's giving me neighborhood bonus. Currently, although could be another thing in the future. Wow, this is a big war. France is fighting England and Austria and Brittany, and I guess some small guy here, I think, somewhere. Austria, though, is much more powerful than usual. It's really powerful. So, France fighting Austria and France fighting Austria and England is a real thing. It's going to be a pretty even war, which I'm so fine with. I cannot explain how fine I am with them having an even war. Anything to set them back. I need time. So I'm going to run at a little slower speed right now while I figure out what all is going on. I never understood that. Those things just seem to pop up at random, go away at random. So we have 2 colonists. We have 2 colonists out. We're probably not going to invest in getting the final idea. I don't really know. It's not really clear to me. What we could do is take, I guess, these 2 provinces from, take these 2 provinces from the Maya in a piece and, like, all their gold. What I'd rather have happen is one of them take over the other one. That would be the best case situation. So I'm gonna wait. In the meantime, I'm gonna go up here and meet these dorks. As far as, like, fighting them, I'm gonna need, like, 10 troops. Probably 10. Definitely gonna fight them at some point, but not today. This is also boosting my prestige. Oh wow, there's some random province there? That's one of those ones that's just in there for flavor. Like, has very little impact on the game, it looks like. Although, them being allied with the Mamluks and probably being... I don't know, sometimes they throw random little provinces in there. Like there's one over in the Inca that's like just a little province right here. It got taken over by the Inca already, but... Let's see, what can I do with my diplomats? I do have 3 still. I'm gonna go ahead and improve relations here. Now, Portugal I was trying to butter up, so I guess I can improve relations here. Whoa, it goes down by 6 per turn? It was 6 with Portugal, I thought. I'm gonna leave 1 free. I don't know, having 3 diplomats was also kind of nice. Yeah, I don't really want to spend the gold on that right now. Face. Let's see, so Castile's fighting me here, and no one is fighting me here, so I'm gonna go ahead and bump up there. Okay, so the Cherokee and the Cree and the Iroquois are all still alive, which is a shame. I really want them to take the other over so that I can release the one that got taken over. So this is a really great tech. Production is good. So definitely gonna pick it up as soon as possible. And I really want to pick up the next one too, because I will immediately go for expansion ideas and get the 3rd colonist, because just look at how profitable colonists are for me. They're just like outrageously profitable. I think I'm actually gonna go pick up this other troop. I don't really want to leave any troops over here. This is a colony at this point. I mean, it is overseas, eh? Collects tariffs. Its purpose is like to have neighborhood bonuses with Europeans. So that'll be what that does. Then I have 3 ships protecting trade, 1 in Panama, 1 in Brazil, 1 in Caribbean. Those are the zones that I'm in. Yeah. And as for protecting in England, someone else is gonna do that. This is interesting. So this is telling me... What? Oh, this is telling me here. Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna get manpower. If this were a North American province, I would be getting... both, I think. But tax is not as important, and I don't want to spend the 30 gold, so... Yeah, if it were asking me about, say, there or there. What's my air like? Pretty good at... In fact, very frustrating. No air. I'm just gonna suffer a serious legitimacy loss. 50, 42, 19. Hungary's like investing in this for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, this could be a problem, but there was nothing more I could do about that. Once you can get this, it's a huge, huge boost. You basically get guns. Natives really came at me there. This is obviously a better choice, but reform desire. Well, we're not at a bad place to actually switch to being Protestant. I'm gonna gain the stability. And we're also less likely to get plagued by Protestantism. Because we're all the way over here. Okay, we're holding on to the papal controller seats just just by a little bit. How's France doing in this war? Yeah, they're still winning the war. Which means England is still losing the war. Don't really know how to feel about that one. Castile, not capped out. France, pretty capped out. England, okay, we're gonna go ahead and improve relations over here. Cotton. Now, that isn't great news. Cotton, unlike some of the other things, is never worth very much. See? The other things bump up in price, but this would be like saying it produced fish. It would be not good news. Okay, so see, I replaced my cardinal with my cardinal, who is slightly younger. Okay. That was just the way that was going to be. And then I replaced someone else's cardinal with my cardinal, which is good. Because now I can invest in a... Oh, it's Francis too. That's good. That means I can invest in another cardinal and to replace this one. Okay, I gotta stop running with this guy. He's dying. Dying over here. I'm gonna turn up the speed a little bit. Okay. Okay. Not the worst. Not the best, but not the worst. How old is he? 20. Didn't have any sort of claim. It means he was part of someone else. Yeah, it's the same dynasty as France and mostly just France. On monarch death, personal union with France. So we really need an heir before he dies. He's not a bad leader. This is not the worst situation to be in because here, let me take a little bit. Okay, because you'll see that now we're got the same dynasty bonus with France. What? That distance between border... What? That distance between borders thing? Is only my capital? No, I thought it was... This is chord, right? Okay. Well, I really want to... Oh no. They replaced one of ours. Nothing that can be done about that, but... Wow, how do I go about getting a royal marriage with these guys then? Well, I'm gonna... Grumble, 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 grumble. I don't want to lose my alliance with these guys. Why? Why is this doing this to me? I have to spend the money. I have to because if I lose my alliance with, if I lose my alliance here, like I gained being the same dynasty as these guys, good, but I need royal marriages in order to have an heir, and I don't know why this isn't counting for my border distance. Maybe it is. Maybe this maybe this province was so much closer, but something tells me that's not the case. Can I buy anybody yet? No. Not for a while. Next is to core this place. Make sugar, that's not the worst. And I'll send him there. Travel time is pretty low because my capital's on this continent. Wait. What? Okay. I gotta turn my military maintenance back up. Okay. Gonna need to build more troops. I forgot that I couldn't do that. I can't turn down military. And I have 16. Still can't buy anybody. Yeah, create an army for our nation. My force limit is going to be going up and up and up and up and up. Right now it's a lot. Need to build a troop though. Go ahead and build one on this little island. Oh, good. The Shawnee could completely envelop the Cherokee here. That's good. Now, if only something could catalyze a war between these two dorks. They do consider the other to be enemies and rivals. Don't really have anything to do with these diplomats. I could try to make another ally somewhere else. I mean, not having a successor isn't the worst, because you can end up in the same dynasty. But it can also be pretty bad if you end up getting, like, if he were to die right now, I think I get PU'd by, I'm almost positive I get PU'd by France. So it's kind of a risky situation. Ooh, good. Free money. And I'm almost able to have 2 colonies at a time without running a deficit. In fact, not quite yet. So I'm just gonna go and make sure I know about Cuba. Here, I don't really need this right now. What I need is to be able to grab this, this as soon as it comes up. So I don't really need the CB against these guys because, well, to be perfectly frank, I can't take them on right now. Let's see if I can buy anybody. A lot of people are fighting for that one, and only Hungary is fighting for this one. So as soon as I can take it, it should be the end of the month. Yep. I'm going to take it. And now we're going to have to do face remember time. Yeah. I think the next people are going to go to Havana. And then I'm going to try to get all of Cuba. Cuba's really profitable. Cuba's also nice in that it's like big enough that you can... Yeah, cotton is not good news. Cotton is bad news. But you can feel however you feel about that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. Yeah, see, 5, 5, 7. Averaging at like 5.6. It's just that it's big enough that when you summon a bunch of troops, like sure that it's less profitable than like these, but you can like summon 3 troops there and send 1 group of ships. Yeah, having low income can actually be kind of valuable. Hungary is not really fighting for this, it doesn't look like. That's fine. I'll still put up to like 30 plus what Hungary's put in. Sugar. Sugar is good news. Coffee is good news. Tobacco is the best news. Gold is only in Brazil, I think. Hungary's not fighting. Oh, Hungary started to take that one. Bad move, Hungary. You want to go where no one else is. Okay, I don't want 2 separate cog fleets. I want 1 cog fleet. It's a little bit easier for me. This actually averages 5, but I still take it for the same reason I take Cuba. It's nice to have chunks of land for summoning troops and for like combat. If you only have islands, combat gets really tough. Maybe one more 5 in that, and then after that I will save up. Our conquistador is dead. Okay, so we need a new conquistador. Yeah. Oh, garbage conquistador. Whatever. Still a conquistador. He still can still explore the fog. Okay, so let's see if. Go ahead and improve relations here. We can go ahead and improve relations here. Yeah, it's only counting our capital for distance between borders, which is a bug, because this is cord. It needs to be counting this. I don't really go about reporting bugs for this game, but it is a bug, and I don't really know why it's doing it, but okay. If it's gonna do that, then I don't at all need to keep this province. But I need to keep my relationship with France high because they must be on the cusp of breaking their alliance with us if they won't even accept a royal marriage. Oh, Hungary put more in. They were at 25. And you'll notice that coring these is really cheap. And that's because of a patch. It used to be if you had a colony on your home continent, that it would still be expensive. I'm still at 30, so I guess I'll just do one more just in case. And then I'll save. If you had colonies on your home continent, it costs just as much as if you'd taken them in war as if you colonized them, and now it's at a super reduced rate. So that's very good for this strategy, as well as for the Japanese colonial strategy. The patches helped pretty much both of my strategies. What is Northumberland? Okay, for reals, this place exists. Okay. That's good. That's gonna cause England to declare on it at some point. Anything that'll distract England from getting into the colonial game. I mean, I want to distract them all from the colonial game. As much as possible, at least, but who knows? They might be distracted for a very long time. Aw, balls. The guy that we invested 60 in just died. That sucks. Well, at least these guys are relatively young. Enough for us to... Okay, so the next one is actually going to be here. So I do believe this doesn't need a troop on it. Yeah. So we're going to go and put it there. Guess we can park it here. These guys still haven't gone at each other. But the Shawnee have now taken over all of the Cherokee land, which means they'll probably take over all the Cree land. Which means that I'll just take them all over, annex the entire thing, and release the two as vassals. Yeah. And then I'll have a lot of property. And then I'll be really powerful. And probably get to rank 1 faster than I will as Japan, as the little province in Ireland. And I won't go to war with anyone that isn't a ruffle stamp, meaning these guys. And I'll have broken the game. No. The fun part about this game is there's no breaking the game. You can always make it more difficult or less difficult, how you choose. And I wanted to try out the strategy, even though I strongly suspected that. Oh wow, interesting move here. Even though I strongly suspected that once I was able to get over the New World, depending on how quickly the other colonial powers got over here. Like I said, by the time I got my first province over here before, Spain had already gotten some provinces over here. In the, one time I just wanted to see how moving your capital over here would work. Yeah, how many people are in Antigua? It's full. We're gonna lose the money. Colonize the Turks Islands. Okay, then I will colonize the Turks Caicos Islands. Where are they? Here. Here they are. I somehow don't think it's a big deal that I don't have all of Cuba quite right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and colonize these islands. Antigua. For my grandparents' 50th anniversary, they took the family on a cruise during the winter to many of the Caribbean islands. Sugar is actually good news. Many of the Caribbean islands, I didn't really enjoy the cruise that much. How long does this last? 5 years. Okay, so that's not going to be the next one that we do. We're going to try to space it out a little bit, because we have colonial enthusiasm right now, I believe. Here, we can check here. Huh? Did I not take it before I colonized it? I guess that must have been what happened. Wow, free stability, and I am now at 3 stability. I don't think I've ever been at 3 stability. Yeah, definitely not from me paying to get there. Okay, well, I really don't care if they gain a claim over there. Okay, so no, I'm saving up for another colonist. Antigua. Yeah, I must have made a mistake with that quest selection. And now I don't have the one that I was gonna do. Oh, that's what I get for not taking it, I guess, when I had the chance. Nope, not the one that I want. Trade range is fine, trade efficiency is good, but another colonist is the key. Because I can't afford to go over my colonial limit. Really, I can't really afford it. And colonists are very strong in these territories where they can, get you a huge percentage because all the good stuff.